Hi, friends, and a most pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. Welcome into Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. We're live from Hollydell Ice Arena in Sewell, New Jersey, for a Tuesday afternoon matinee, pitting Salesianum against the St. Augustine Hermits. Absolutely delighted to have all of you on board here on this Tuesday after Thanksgiving. As we work our way into the holiday season here in 2022. And as the holiday season approaches, another hockey season continues to heat up. James Witherite flying solo. Glad to have all of you on board here on this Tuesday afternoon on Delaware Hockey Night. St. Augustine hosting Salesianum. These two teams haven't seen each other for close to 3 years. Salesianum flying high to start their season. Their home opener, they defeated Father Judge 4-1. They followed that up with another victory at Fred Rust Arena just before the Thanksgiving break. And here, as we give you the live look into warm-ups, a full slate of Salesianum players dressing for this exhibition game. Being a non-league event, Brian LeBlanc dressing 21 skaters for this game, 14 forwards, 7 defensemen, and it will be, as per usual, Michael Manzi getting the call in net here on this Tuesday afternoon. On the other side of the red line, the St. Augustine Hermits making their, as we understand it, first appearance of 2022-23. Rob Shemeka over the last few years has been one of the driving forces behind this Hermits squad. Watch out for number 14. We'll likely see him in a prominent role through the course of the afternoon. Delaware Hockey Night, as always, brought to you by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Heather specializes in personal injury and workers' compensation cases and is available for consultation at 302-565-6132. That's 302-565-6132. Format of this game a little bit different than what we're used to on Delaware Hockey Night. 3 15-minute periods. There will be an intermission following the second period, so a chance to catch our breaths and restock on coffee. The National Federation of High School Athletic Associations rulebook is in effect for this game, which will be adjudicated by officials Eric Saylor and Nathaniel Price. Salesianum in their away blue sweaters, St. Augustine in their home whites. Salesianum traveling left to right here in the first period of action. Opening face-off is brought to you by First State Ice Hockey, committed to building the next generation of youth hockey players under the philosophy of one state, one goal, with events in and around Delaware. Learn more about their classes, clinics, events, and their growing summer program by visiting firststateicehockey.com. Nick Pizzagno getting the start between the pipes for St. Augustine as a spectator walks directly in front of the camera. Hopefully that's not too common of an occurrence through the course of the afternoon, but on a day like this, you never can tell. Shemeka coming in for the opening draw for St. Augustine. Nope, it will be Dale Curtis who takes the opening face-off for the Hermits. And Shemeka carries the puck to center before flipping it into the Salesianum zone. Kinsler recovers. He fails to clear as Shemeka maintains the point. Liam Bell tries to dig this puck free. Can't work it clear. Second time works out, but it's intercepted immediately by Nick Zane. And back in he comes for the Hermits up the left wing boards before the Sal's clear. Simonet D-to-D pass to Shemeka, broken up by Nick Labuono, who's pummeled below the goal. Bell working the corner. Bell now at the center of a two-a-side scrum. Labuono works this puck free to Christian Kinsler, who takes aim from the right point, but his shot is popped high and wide. Puck in the rafters, out of play with 55 seconds gone in the first period. And with Salesianum ruled at fault, this faceoff will come just above the Augustine blue line. Chris Albert and Jackson Vates, second line centers, take the draw. The other Vates works the puck clear. It's advanced by Cam DeLeo into the Salesianum zone. Schofield emerges. Tashinsky stonewalled at the line by Ryan Vates. Rather, that was Ryan Vates wearing number 29. For St. Augustine, the other Vates, Jackson, wearing 48. Odd man rush for the Hermits. Jackson Vates hitting DeLeo with a pass. But the Salesianum back check caught up to him in time. Shot from the top of the right circle. And DeLeo stopped by Michael Manzi. And a dislodged St. Augustine net gives us a break in the action with 13:08 to go in the first period of a 0-0 hockey game from Hollydell. Face-off spotted to the right of Nick Pisano. Michael Massey wins the attacking zone draw for Salesianum, flanked by Tyson Kozink and Joey Pietropalo, the other component of that third Sally's line. King moves play to the far side. Capacey through traffic. Throws one on a T net front, but Michael Manzi's there to cover for the pause in play. St. Augustine struggling to generate chances in the first 2 minutes and change in that congested net front area. But they did manufacture for themselves an attacking zone faceoff. Andrew Hall gives way. Pietropalo worked play up the far boards, but was slowed up at the Augustine blue line again. Grayson Betterly rings the puck up the near wall. Fired across ice by Pietropalo to Kozink. Turned back the other way by Yeager. Yeager tries to steamroll his way up the near boards. Betterly slowed him up effectively. Bramble to Falkowski. He gains center before working the puck into the St. Augustine zone. Sal's able to work in a change, but they cannot clear off the Augustine counterattack. Riley Capacey outnumbered in the near corner. Left the puck high in the zone. Carr's shot was blocked. Capacey working the perimeter. Shemeka taking aim from long range. Puck steered wide by Manzi as we come to the 3.5-minute mark of the first of 3 15-minute periods. There is no score. McChrystal plays the body on Capacey. Simonette's shot at the left point resulted in a broken stick. Here's Kinsler working together with Alex Falkowski on a 2-on-2, which was broken up. Falkowski bodied off the puck, and Pisano momentarily froze the puck anyway, bringing us a break in the action with 11:09 to go in period number 1 of a 0-0 game. Delaware Hockey Night is presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Heather specializes in personal injury and workers' compensation cases and is available for consultation at 302-565-6132. That's 302-565-6132. Vates stripped of the puck on his way out. Kinsler maintains for the Sal's. Centering feed, Bellepede on the doorstep. Couldn't place the redirect just so. Vates couldn't stretch the puck forward, but there's no icing. It was ruled tipped over the neutral zone. Finelli battling for position with Nate Bellepede. Vates protects at the right point. It's loose net front and in for a goal. St. Augustine draws first blood. It was Dale Curtis. That put the Hermits on the board early. Four minutes and 25 seconds into the first period. Dale Curtis with the net front tip. Plenty of commotion in front of Michael Manzi. And here come Augustine again. Jackson Vates stripped of the puck. Albert the other way. Leighton DeMasters with a backhand. Gains the zone for Salesianum. But the Augustine back check more than caught up with him. DeMasters holds the left point. Now he comes off for a change. Vates was caught offside momentarily as Capacey led the rush up ice. Logan Morady recovers for Salesianum. Connecting with Kozink on a hard breakout pass, but he was double teamed over the center logo and ultimately stripped of the puck. This is chipped up ice along the near wall, but it will come back an icing with 9 minutes and 25 seconds to go. In the first period of a 1-0 game, St. Augustine with the lead, but here they surrender. An attacking zone faceoff to Salesianum, which was taken by Michael Massey. Simonette played the carom shot to Romarino. Puck taken away by Kozink, thrown on net from the far half wall. Covered up again by Pisano for another break in the action. This with 9:16 to go in the first. Massey and Hall take the draw. Rob Shemeka has a knack for being in the right place at the right time, but here Eamon Schofield foils his attempt to clear and gets the puck in deep, albeit wide of the near post by a good foot and a half or so. This is carried up the far boards by Hall, centering past Simonette high in the slot. Plenty of commotion net front again, and another St. Augustine goal. And it looked as though it was Simonette off an assist from Luke King. 6:08 in the opening frame. To make this now 2-0. There's Capacey with a third. The Hermits pouring it on. 2 goals in 12 seconds for the Hermits. Salesianum tested mightily in these early stages, being pinned in their own zone for a good bit of this first period so far. Reagan winds up from the right point. Puck waffle boarded to the near corner by Manzi, held in by Ryan Vates. Through the slot, he's bothered by both Bellepede and Lebuono. Johnny Pacitti recovers the puck, and he wobbles it clear just enough to force St. Augustine to regroup in neutral territory. Carr lofts the puck into the Sally's end. Bell fails to clear. Finelli offering the forechecking heat, muscles the puck away. Pacitti comes in at an angle below the net to try to trap it and recover for the Sals. But again, the boys in blue fail to clear. Lebuono this time backhands the puck up ice. Reagan recovers. Stretch pass to Finelli, drop back to Vates, centered. Zane unable to handle it in the slot. Sees the puck steered to the far corner by Michael Manzi's paddle. Here's Eamon Schofield, gaining center, chipping the puck in behind the Augustine goal. It's paddled by Pisano out the near side, held in at the point by Tashinsky. Volley back to Reagan. Reagan runs the gauntlet. Albert stayed right with him all the way to center, where he let a long shot away, but it was well off its target, ending up in the near corner. DeMasters pinched off the puck by Brown, got as far as center. Tommy Brown recovering for the Hermits, who lead 3-0 just beyond midway in the first of 3 15-minute periods. Cam DeLeo with a drop pass to Curtis at the near half wall. Zone is lost. Puck recovered by the fresh legs of Caleb Capacey. Failed attack there for the Hermits, but Yeager holding the left point. Throws the puck in close from long range. DeLeo tips it unawares to the far side. Farrell absorbs a check trying to clear. Pietropaulo comes down with the puck, works it just over the Sal's blue line. Staying with the play, he volleys it to Vates across the blue line. No icing here. Pietropaulo clears again. Yeager with time and space. Up the near boards, Vates with a touch pass to DeLeo. DeLeo surrounded by blue sweaters upon gaining the Salesianum blue line. Gives way, and a stoppage with 5.5 minutes to go in the first period. Some sort of violation against St. Augustine we couldn't quite discern will give us a face-off in their end. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. 5:20 to go in the first period. St. Augustine with a 3-goal tear, commanding that net front area after a little bit of a sluggish start. Goals from Dale Curtis, Ty Simonette, and Riley Capacey, all in a span of less than 2 minutes, giving the Hermits early control of the terms. Centering pass from King was off target. Simonette holding the point, lets one go from long range. In net front traffic, it's blocked to the far side where Bramble couldn't clear it off the glass. Shemeka back in the other way to Romarino. Held up behind the goal by Bramble. Romarino checked off the puck. Matt Bellepede swarms in, recovers. Held in by Hall. Batted by Bell's backhand, but recovered again by Andrew Hall for the St. Augustine Hermits. Bell couldn't tip the puck from the high slot out of harm's way. It was maintained by Simonette. Long shot from Shemeka. Paddled by Manzi to the near corner as we wind our way to the final 4 minutes of the first period. The net front backhand from King fails. King stripped of the puck by Lebuono right in front of the Salesianum bench. Shemeka generates a chance off the turnover, rocketing one from 35 feet. It was wide of Manzi's near post, and as the puck rebounded into the slot again. Manzi covered up for the stoppage with 3:44 to go in the first period. His Salesianum team trailing 3-0 here in the Garden State. Smith and Albert took the draw. Vates from the left point threw the puck into a congested slot. Pacitti tries to rocket one clear from the far half wall. Kinsler up the near side, connects with Tuschinski on further to Albert. He tried to feed the puck, but it was recovered at the St. Augustine blue line by Smith. Vates through traffic, angled by Kinsler to the near half wall. Thrown through the slot by Smith off the stick of Carr. Reagan couldn't protect the right point. Zone is lost, and Salesianum fails to pounce as Vates hustles back behind his own goal to recover and remount momentum for the Hermits. Capesi stood up at the blue line. Albert overshoots Farrell on the breakout pass, and this will be an icing against Salesianum with 2:37 to go in opening period action. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork brisket and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937, or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Yeager under forechecking duress gets the puck free. It's shoveled by Finelli to Zane. Zane in a 1-on-2. His shot was rushed from the high slot. Schofield drives him to the near corner. Yeager maintaining. Bellapede. That's Nate Bellapede from below the goal. Caroming the puck up the near side to Farrell on further to Kozak. This tied up at the near half wall of the Augustine zone, pursued by Joey Pietropaulo. Final 100 seconds of the first period. Pietropaulo's efforts to generate attacking momentum for Salesianum went countered by the Hermits, and Celentino's re-entry is outmanned by the boys in white again. This entry led by DeLeo. Tommy Brown hassled in the far corner of the Sal's end. Gives way to Grayson Betterly. Falkowski can't flip the puck free. It's held in by Shemeka at the right point as we come to the final minute of play in the first period. First penalty of the game coming up. It will go against Salesianum. A slash signaled by Eric Saylor with 54 seconds to go in the first. So the first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the afternoon has begun. Morady off for slashing. Pacitti blows a tire. Vates could not connect cleanly with Brown. Schedule your first cleaning today by visiting DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. DeLeo to Vates in the corner. Up high it goes to DeLeo, around to Jackson Vates, stepping up to the dot. His shot directed over the crossbar by Manzi. Simonette holds the right point. Final 5 seconds of the period upon us. Vates winding up through traffic. Shot blocked. Final second. That will do it for period number 1. 66 seconds left on the power play for St. Augustine. When we come back from the first period break, Kermit's 3, Sal's 0 on DH.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. Period 1 in the books. And it was all St. Augustine. 3 rapid-fire goals. Dale Curtis, Ty Simonette, and Riley Capacey, as another spectator walks directly in front of the camera. Second period brought to you by the Hooper family, and we're going to start 4-on-4. As at the conclusion of the first period, St. Augustine's Tommy Brown was rung up for slashing. Albert to Kinsler, a rocket from center point blocked. Nick LeBuono net front couldn't bring down the rebound. Here a long shot comes in from Dale Curtis, held on to by Manzi for a pause in play, and the clock ran over 6 seconds from the stoppage. So 14:29 to go in this second period, which is brought to you by the Hooper family, longtime supporters of University of Delaware hockey, and of today's coverage of Salesianum hockey on Delaware Hockey Night, as they take on St. Augustine in this non-league Cross River exhibition game. Holland Albert took the draw at the far side. 18 seconds left on the Morady penalty. Schofield sets up at the left point, lets a shot go in from long range. Albert's brought down. And this is going to come back a trip. There it is. We saw it right behind the net. Four seconds of 4-on-3. For Salesianum, and then I'll have almost a full minute of a two-skater advantage. Kinsler to Shinsky. Bell Bellepede, and Schofield. So a defensive-minded forward, an offensive-minded defenseman, a couple solid snipers, and versatile players all around on this Salesianum power play. Vates nearly generated a shorthanded chance, got his own rebound after one rang off the post. Manzi with the save on the secondary. Bell tries to dodge a check, but Ryan Vates comes away with the puck, at least for a second. Bellepede now recovers. Works behind his own goal. A minute left on the 5-on-4. Crucial power play for Salesianum. Bramble held the point, but the puck was volleyed back by Tommy Brown, coming right back on for St. Augustine. I don't think Kinsler's had a break this period yet. He's been on for 2.5 minutes. James Reagan emerges with the puck. Rifles one up ice. Manzi steadies. Bramble is back. Kinsler finally gets some reprieve. And Chris Albert leads the subsequent Salesianum attack. Shemeka lays him into the near boards right at the blue line. And the dump and chase ultimately failed, as did Salesianum's first primo power play of the game. While Salesianum did not score on the primo power play, you can visit your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies on Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, or order your next party tray online at primohoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a primo. Rob Shemeka's shot from the right point held on to by Michael Manzi for a pause in play with 11:37 to go in the second period. St. Augustine with a 3-0 lead and an attacking zone draw coming up. Alexander Smith will square off against Michael Massey at the near circle of the Sal zone. Massey won the draw. Pietro Paolo bodied down well behind the play. As he clears the puck the length of the ice, it was right on target. Bobby Kennedy in goal for the second period for the St. Augustine side. Forced to play that lest he give up a goal. Manzi, or rather Massey's shot from the top of the right circle off a D-zone giveaway by St. Augustine is skied into the netting and out of play with 11:15 to go in period number 2. Augustine 3, Salesianum 0. Hall won the draw across from Massey. Rob Romarino slowed up at his own blue line, left the puck back to Vates. On up the middle, beyond Hall's reach. It's turned by Nate Bellepede the other direction. Reagan recovers for the Hermits. He had time and space galore at the time that he fielded the puck to Ryan Vates. Set up ice, icing is waved off. And Nate Bellepede recovers in the far corner of his own zone. Massey's backhand finds Kozink. Further pursuit of the puck lent by Alex McChrystal, but Ryan Vates took it away the other direction. He tried to set up Romarino on the doorstep, but that puck was tipped into the atmosphere right at the edge of the blue paint. Romarino, hassled by Igo at the far wall, rolls the puck below the goal. Hall brings it out the near side, held in by Vates as he's challenged by Falkowski. And Bramble clears the second time. Falkowski, confronted by Vates, lost the puck. Ryan Vates walks the line, tried to line up a shot at the top of the left circle, but didn't get stick on puck. Igo fails to come away with it the other direction, leaving a shot for Luke King from 35 feet, which went amiss. Finelli bodied down by Bramble after Shemeka got the puck in deep again from the near point. This contested just inside the dots, close-up shot from Romarino. Held by Manzi for a break in the action with 9:19 to go in the second. And Salesianum yet scoreless. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today by visiting DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. And another one's gone with 9:12 to go. Offensive zone penalties are the worst to take. The penalty gate open for Enzo. The penalty box gate open for Enzo Finelli to take a seat for 2 minutes. And the turkey's on the table for Salesianum on their third primo power play of the day. They couldn't connect on the 5-on-3. Here they get another chance to try to get on the board after the Hermits put up a 3-spot on him in the first. Kinsler, the point man, throws one through congestion. Looked like Shemeka got it to the far side. Albert to Labuono. Albert around the horn to Kinsler. Back low it goes to Labuono. Albert barely holds the line. Feeds to Kinsler. Shot blocked. Tip to the near corner where Matt Bellepede maintains for the Sals. But Nick Zane reaches in to try to cause disruption to him. Shemeka hassling both Labuono and Bellepede below the cage. The Hermits clear. 8:20 to go in the second period. 1 minute remaining on the Salesianum power play, but the Hermits have controlled the terms ever since about the 4th minute of this game, launching a 3-goal tear in the first. And here limiting Salesianum's chances on the power play pretty amply. Chris Albert to Labuono in the far corner. He tried to set up Kinsler with a centering pass, but it was intercepted and floated up ice by Jackson Vates. Bellepede finds DeMasters on the breakout. He dodges a check from Vates, comes barreling in behind the Augustine goal where Capesi recovers and clears. He finds Jackson Vates on the breakout. Vates crashes the net and gets a fourth for St. Augustine. Short-handed goal off the Capesi. Pass up the near side. And the Finelli penalty has been killed off in its entirety. Romarino's centering feed to King was to an offside player ultimately, and blown dead by Nathaniel Price as such. Hall and Massey. Hall could not gain the zone. Romarino bulldozes through the slot, couldn't generate a shot in close. Massey and Morady stayed with him, as did Gianni Pacitti. Here's Romarino again in a 1-on-3. Massey drives him to the near half wall, plays the body on him to separate him from the puck. It rolls below the goal to Luke King. Pacitti, in pursuit of the puck, recovers, but is plastered to the glass by Reagan. Breakout intercepted by Hall. Shot turned aside by Manzi to the far corner. Morady picks up the rebound, walks it through traffic. Here he's in a 1-on-4. His shot from 45 feet, stick checked wide. He pursues his own rebound, absorbs a hit from Riley Capacey in the far boards. And Vates heads a 3-on-2 the other direction. Vates' shot, saved by Manzi. Carr on the doorstep, couldn't finish off the rebound. Carr takes it to Masters, check at the near half wall. Sends the puck across ice. Capacey's shot into the glass. Rolls to Shemeka at the near point. And play is halted with the net dislodged behind Manzi with 5.5 minutes to go in period number 2. St. Augustine up 4-0 over Salesianum. There's a new gold standard for digital media solutions for small businesses. 412 Communications offers web and graphic design, social media consultation, public relations, writing and editing services, and more. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. Capacey's long clear, studied by Manzi. Shemeka steps up to engage DeMasters just above the corner boards. DeMasters, as such, could not clear. Point maintained this time by Finelli. Manzi with the save. Tuschinski has some help from Schofield astern. Carr to Smith below the goal, stepping up. Finelli on the doorstep. Couldn't punch one through from 6 feet. Further net front commotion halted by the outstretched left hand of Michael Manzi with 4:36 to go in the second. Salesianum yet to get on the board, but Manzi rebounding nicely after giving up 3 in the first. Tailgating at Fred Rust Arena. We're watching the game on Delaware Hockey Night with friends at home. Score big and serve in style with Primo Hoagie's party trays and sampler platters. Stop into your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies on Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, or order your next party tray online at primohoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo. LeBuono tries to hit Bell with a cross-ice breakout pass. Bell absorbs a check as he tried to field it at center. Augustine do not clear. Nate Bellapede's shot off the Bell setup was wide. Bell in the far corner. Failed to negotiate traffic. Matt Bellapede couldn't work the puck free from the reach of Caleb Capacey. This held in by Grayson Betterly. The shot from Bellapede that followed from 35 feet, sticked aside by Bobby Kennedy. And everybody here is seeing our old friend Bobby. He's been solid in net here in the second period for the St. Augustine Hermits, who continue to shut out Salesianum. Solid team effort from them, minimizing the Sal's chances. This is cleared by Nate Bellapede, just as far as the Augustine blue line, turned by Vates the other way. Capacey up the middle finds DeLeo. LeBuono turning on the pressure on Tommy Brown. Strips the puck. Vates ahead to Brown, gaining the zone, coming in from the right corner. He tried to set up DeLeo on the doorstep to no avail. Vates disrupted again. Reagan throws this in from long range. It's tied up in the far corner by Jackson Vates and Grayson Betterly. And a puck out of play with 2:11 to go in the second period gives us a pause in play. A reminder of the game format. As our graphics operator gets the correct lower third up, 3 15-minute periods, intermission after the second, and the NFHS rulebook prevails. King's shot from an awkward angle is wide. Shemeka protects center point. Albert absorbs a check. Can't work the puck free. Romarino gets a stick on it for St. Augustine. Albert stays with him. Romarino working through traffic. Pickpocketed by Christian Kinsler, and here he comes the other way. Kinsler, after gaining the zone, sends a cross-ice pass toward Pacitti. It was nearly tipped out. There will be no icing here. It was waved off. Manzi to Kinsler. Final minute of the second period upon us. Shemeka leaves it across ice. It's rolled in deep by Simonet, again to the near corner. Centered, Romarino's shot, deflected aside by Manzi again. In came Riley Capesi, unable to connect. This is cleared. Half a minute remaining in the second period. The Rebels in their midday training finding their way into the shot too. It's a bad day to be in a low camera perch. Final 5 seconds of the period. Carr takes aim. Manzi sweeps the puck aside, and the second period has come to its conclusion. Salesianum will have an opportunity to regroup as we head to the second intermission. But has too much damage been done in the first 30? We will soon find out. 2 periods in the books. St. Augustine will head to the dressing room with a 4-0 lead over Salesianum. This is Delaware Hockey Night, and it's brought to you by Heather A. Law.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long, partner of Kimmel Carter, your Delaware injury lawyers. In addition, Delaware Hockey Night is brought to you by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky, 412 Communications, First State Ice Hockey, Limestone Pension Associates, Delaware Trash Can Cleaning, and your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies. Third period has begun with St. Augustine on this fresh sheet of ice looking to pad their 4-0 advantage over Salesianum. Justin Carr came barreling in up the right wing boards for the Hermits, but was bodied in the corner, ultimately stripped of the puck. Bellepede can't flip it forward to LeBuono. Matt Bellepede recovers over center, is outmanned coming in to the Hermit zone. Loose puck, corralled, and now pushed out of harm's way by Riley Capacey. He absorbs a check at center. In comes Bellepede up the right wing wall to try to generate some sort of spark for Salesianum. But so far it's been all for naught. Hall to Yeager. Back it comes to Caleb Capacey. This puck is thrown up ice. It is tipped from beyond center. So icing waved off by Nathaniel Price. He and Eric Saylor are on-ice officials today, and Kinsler's re-entry to the Augustine zone is called back offside. Wasn't by much, 78 seconds into the third period. Sponsorship opportunities are available. Become a sponsor of Delaware Hockey Night. Learn more, visit 412 Communications, or rather visit dehockeynight.com or drop us a note, email James at 412communications.com. Romarino pursues a cross-ice pass, absorbs a hit from Pacitti just inside the line. Johnny Pacitti bats this puck clear. Vates recovers. King, under bodily pressure from Schofield, dumps the puck in the other way. And the Sal's able to clear, getting and change in. We'll have some fresh legs on, bracing for this next Augustine attack. Michael Massey getting a shot away off an attacking zone takeaway. Cleared the crossbar. Here he comes again, Massey does. This puck rolled below the goal. Jackson Vates surrounded on the far corner. Cannot work it free. Here he stick handles over the line. But Salesianum's re-entry nullified by an offside Joey Pietropaulo with 2.5 minutes gone in the third period. St. Augustine up 4-0. Vates and Massey squaring off. Pietropaulo double team, getting some help astern from Grayson Betterly. This poke checked away from Jackson Vates' control. Shemeka crashes the net. The backhander from the defenseman turned aside by Manzi. Shemeka kept to the corner by Bramble. Tries to bulldoze his way through the slot. Tyson Kozink emerges with the puck. He gains center, floats it into the Augustine zone, and that will enable Salesianum to get in a change. Vates no-go. Celentino cannot clear. Pressure higher in the zone from Pietropaulo. Forces Simonet and Shemeka both back to their own blue line. DeLeo bodied off the puck. Igo gives it away to Brown. Brown into a 1-on-3. Bless you. One of the things about broadcasting right from the stands is you hear every sneeze, every comment, the good ones and the bad ones alike. And we're all right on top of each other with some remnants of physical distancing availed us by the press box setup. But we're all watching the game together, and we are certainly glad that wherever you may be on this Tuesday afternoon, you're watching the game right along with us as well. Igo flips the puck up the near side in a 1-on-2 to try to generate some space. But the Augustine back check proved much the tougher. And Caleb Capacey stick handles up the near boards to gain the Salesianum zone, but Christian Kinsler stands him up at the top of the near circle. Zane held the zone. Race for the puck below the goal. Lebuono to Bell. This puck stick checked up in the air. Gianni Pacitti drives it back the rest of the way. Bell taken off his feet by Yeager below the cage. Liam Bell popped back up, worked the puck in behind again. Capacey to Finelli. Launched across ice to Curtis. This thrown in from just above the blue line, enough time for the Hermits to get a change. And a puck into the Augustine bench out of play. Gives us a break in the action with 9:19 to go in regulation. Make a truly all-American event the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Visit Sid's Barbecue and Jerky at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road, Claymont, open Monday through Saturday. Or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. Salesianum fans, we get to do this again Friday as the Sal's return to Fred Rust Arena, where they will take on the Crusaders of Father Judge High School in Philadelphia. Airtime 5:30, game time 5:45. All available at dehockeynight.com all season long. Delayed offside. Schofield volleys the puck back across neutral territory before Ryan Bates brings it in for Augustine. In a 1-on-3, his backhander from the top of the circle was steered wide. Albert couldn't come down with the breakout pass the other side, giving way to Hall. Hall, pinched by Kozink to the corner, was trailed by Vates. King couldn't control territory. Farrell pursues a loose puck. Play was onside for Salesianum, it's worth noting. King with a rush shot, pressured by Murady the other direction. The shot went wide as we come to the halfway point of the third period. St. Augustine unable to further their 4-0 lead over Salesianum, but just the same, the Sal's struggling to generate momentum in their own right. Luke King from long range, stopped by Manzi this time. He holds on for the stoppage. Actually, that puck went out of play with 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the third period. The face-off comes back to the near circle. Matt Bellapede works the puck up ice for Salesianum, but his momentum and that of the boys in blue collectively stunted at the St. Augustine blue line. Brown on the entry. Gives way. Simonet. To Vates. The further headman to Brown failed. DeLeo finds Brown this time, getting past Pacitti. Bellepede angles Brown to the corner. Nate Bellepede emerges with the puck below his own goal. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go for Salesianum to try to mount something. Bellepede 2-on-2, tried to hit LeBuono with a cross slot pass. It was broken up. Vates slowed up the other way. Celentino gives the puck away to Shemeka. Cross ice feed to Yeager, who pinches through up the far boards and is angled in below the goal by Bellepede. And we've got a little bit more than either side's bargained with as Eamon Schofield was knocked down on the near corner amid the makings of a dust-up. Looked as though there was plenty of contact away from the puck. And Schofield is taking his time getting up, to say the least of it. He's now being attended to. And with assistance, Eamon's back up part of the way. We'll see what Finelli gets assessed for the cross check at the end. And Eamon Schofield hobbles off. Looks like we're going to stay 5-on-5. Finelli was standing in front of the penalty box, expecting to get something of it, but his expectation and ours ultimately unfulfilled. And Finelli, I'm sure, tickled by the matter, to say the least. Yeager's shot from the left point was steered wide. Falkowski bodied off the puck in open ice. This will be a delayed penalty against Augustine, and the touch by Yeager brings about the call from Eric Saylor, elbowing. Signaled with 5:15 to go. Zane, the guilty party. And Salesianum is off to a primo power play. With 5:15 to go in the contest. Albert wins the draw at the near circle. The Kinsler shot from center point was wide. Albert trying to capitalize off the rebound. Missed on the one-timer from the dot. Bellepede to Kinsler again. Winding up through traffic, that shot caught Ryan Vates' skate in close. And the Hermits clear. Kinsler back through traffic. Driven by Ryan Vates into the near corner. Puck is loose. Capacey headmans it to Ryan Vates up the near side. Centering feed broken up by LeBuono. LeBuono together with Carr at the near half wall. Joined by Albert vying for the puck. It's knocked free by Bell, but held in by Vates. Across to Reagan at the far side, dumped in below. Hermits will change in part. Bellepede building up momentum up the left wall. Through traffic, gains the zone. Puck sticked away from him by Ty Simonet at the tops of the circles. Inside the final 4 minutes of play. King from center collides with Kinsler, and Christian Kinsler on the retaliatory hit is going to go for cross-checking. Face-off is spotted inside the Salesianum zone. With 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go, we are going to be 4-on-4 for the next 20 seconds. DeMasters puts on the brakes to try to generate space. He finds Morady at the point. Shot blocked by Romarino. Simonet comes down with the puck and accelerates up the right wing boards to try to set up in attacking position. Salesianum now on a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill for the next minute and a half. Simonet back to Shemeka. Zane rolls the puck in behind the Salesianum goal, where Manzi leaves it to Pacitti. Final 3 minutes from Hollydell Ice Arena. St. Augustine with a commanding 4-0 lead. Thanks to 3 first period goals and another in the second. Massey in a 1-on-1. Long slapper batted down by Christian Amato. All 3 St. Augustine goaltenders have seen a period of action. Will they combine for the shutout? Looks so far so good. Kozink clears. Caleb Capacey on the re-entry. Stripped of the puck at the top of the far circle. It is recovered by Kozink. Betterly wound up and cleared. And Eric Saylor stops play with just inside 2 minutes to go. Appeared he signaled a high stick on the puck. So the Sal's will get an attacking zone draw, shorthanded for 16 seconds yet. And Capacey starts it back from right to left from behind his own goal. Headman pass found DeLeo. This brought back by Bellepede at least as far as center. Before Capacey comes back in. Around Bramble. He tried to set up on the doorstep Tommy Brown. And while it looked from here like Manzi had the last word, that ultimately was not the case. So it's 5-0. St. Augustine. 5 goals, 5 goal scorers. LeBuono draws the penalty. Charging. Called on Zane. So one last primo power play for Salesianum, but with all likelihood barring the work of Mother Teresa, too little too late ahead. Finelli plays the body on Kinsler to force play back into the Salesianum zone. That after he checked LeBuono off his feet to cause the Sals to lose territory in the first place. LeBuono again slowed up, this time by Vates. Kinsler back to his line, 22 seconds remaining. 3-on-3, Kinsler's shot sticked wide. Vates chips this ahead up the near boards to Capesi. Capesi one-on-one, Deeks past Bellapede, got a shot away in the slot. Manzi with the save, final seconds tick away. And with 1.8 seconds to go, we see another call from Eric Saylor. And by gentlemen's agreement, the final 2 seconds are allowed to run off. Final score, St. Augustine Hermits 5, Salesianum 0. We'll be back momentarily with a look at the Sid's 3 stars of the game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long. Welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night, presented by Heather A. Long. One last look at Hollydell Ice Arena as the Salesianum gentlemen take to center ice for their post-game prayer. And we give you the Sid's 3 stars of the game, presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware. As expected with the 5-0 shutout, the Hermits sweep the 3 stars. Nick Pizzagno kicked off the joint effort shutout for St. Augustine. 15 minutes in net, 0 goals against, setting the tone. Ty Simonet with solid defensive play all day and a goal, earning second star honors Riley Capeci. The first star for the St. Augustine Hermits on this Tuesday afternoon. Salesianum fans will be back in action on Delaware Hockey Night on Friday as Salesianum squares off against Father Judge at Fred Rust Arena. Airtime 5:30, game time 5:45. Full broadcast schedule is always available at dehockeynight.com. The final score once again, 5-0. as St. Augustine shuts Salesianum out on home ice. So that will do it for us, for the entire DHN crew. James Witherite thanking you for your company, reminding you Delaware Hockey Night is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. All rights reserved. The final score once again. Salesianum falling to St. Augustine. 5-0 from Hollydell. Good night to you all.